Hi, this is Robot, and welcome to some more Alliance War. Today we are up against the rather cool name Alliance Soda Stereo. I really like that. There's a lot of really lousy Alliance names out there, and Soda Stereo sounds great. It's a brilliant name. Let's have a look. As we can see, we are losing. We're losing reasonably considerably, 478 to 625. Let's have a look at the attack field of play. We made good inroads down that left hand side, and we have started an attack on Medbay. We have uncovered the barracks, and we've unfortunately made some attacks on Flight Deck 3, which seems to be a bit pointless. What's happening in barracks? Ooh. Yeah, there's some reasonably strong teams protecting that barracks. I think that probably the best thing to do is to try and take out Medbay, because that has the advantage of losing the 40% max health to all defending allies, which basically means that if we take this room out, everybody else that we attack, their health will decrease. And things aren't looking too bad in terms of team strength here. So yeah, I think it's worth having a crack at this. I think we should start with the Guardian team on the left, which is at just over 200k. Quite a fairly evenly powered team, apart from Mantis, who is a little bit low. 200k team, what are we looking at? Might use X-Men to take them out. Let's get to it. So, it's a standard Guardian setup. Drax will taunt on spawn. They've all got defense up. That's not a Guardian's trait. I'm assuming that's the room. Oof. Took a big hit on Cyclops early on. That's not great. Taunt is now up on Groot as well as Drax. We're going to use Cyclops' ability to put taunt on other people. Handy. And focus on Rocket, because if his ult goes off, it's not going to be that great. Oh, he got it off early. I've survived it, mostly due to the fact that Colossus had put deflect on everybody. Oh, that's at least Rocket gone. That's Mantis gone, and that's good because that'll stop them healing. Right, so things are looking slightly better now. We've just got Drax and Groot left to take out, but they are annoying because they've got quite big health pools and they're liable to buff themselves. And Groot might even revive, which would be really, really very annoying. Nope, he's down. That's it, we did it. Ooh, oh, that's it. There's some. It drops right off on the left there, doesn't it? You've got a Marauders team, which is it's got quite a high Mr. Sinister and Strife, but everyone else is fairly low. And then that's a very, very measly Mercenaries team. I mean, I don't like to underestimate a Mercenaries team at any time, but that is a very low-powered Mercenaries team. So I wonder if we should be trying to take out some of these bigger teams on the other side. You know, in war, it is very tempting to go for those low-powered teams just to get the wins, get the easy wins. But you've got to think about the fact there's people in your alliance who aren't maybe as strong. They could come in and clear out those teams without much trouble. So yeah, if you've got the characters left, then you should focus on the higher teams. And I've got plenty of teams which are high level. What I want to try actually, because that Asgardian team is big, but it's not the biggest I've ever seen. And I've heard that symbiotes can be quite a good counter to Asgardians, and I would like to try that out. And what I might do, I normally use Miles with symbiotes, and I use Hand Sentry. Miles has a little bit of synergy with them, and Hand Sentry is just useful for keeping them alive for longer because he stealths them. For extra tankiness, though, I may use the Shuri and Minerva combination. Although that would that breaks up other teams, which I might want to use. So let's stick. Let's hope I don't. Actually, no, I do want Miles because he's got the disrupt, and I want to land disrupts on Sif so she doesn't taunt. So I'm going to stick with my lineup. I also really like using Hand Sentry because he keeps the old red and black colour scheme going. It's really important if you're putting together a team yourself to try and colour coordinate, I think. Right, here we go. I have to say I haven't looked into turn order or anything like that. I'm purely doing this to Loki because he's the one who hasn't got defense up on. Now, your main problem is always Thor gaining charges and his rather unpleasant passive attack. Land the disrupt on Sif before she taunts. What you really want to do is stun Thor. Of course, you can't stun him if you haven't got anybody with a stun move. Symbiote Spider-Man has a stun move, but it's not going to come in for a couple of turns. And I suspect that's going to be on the late side. Stealth, everybody. So I kind of fully expect Hand Sentry to die. That's kind of why he's there. He's basically there just to take the hits so other people don't. There are lots of annoying things about Asgardians. One of the most annoying things is the way they stealth when their health goes below a certain amount. See, I am now able to stun, but I can't touch Thor because he's stealthed. However, he's now so low that his bleeds will probably do for him. Oh, here comes his passive. It's very unpleasant, but I seem to have survived it. Try and avoid killing Greg where you can. But Carnage does tend to, I'm afraid. Oh, but except you're supposed to, aren't you? Yes, because I'm remembering now. What you do is you use Carnage to kill Greg, and it keeps giving them speed bar, so you just keep taking turns. Oh, so that's rather wonderful. Oh, all the Gregs. But look at all the speed bar I got. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, it's just crazy. You just keep killing Gregs and you keep getting speed bar, you keep getting turns. We're going to reach the point where it's just my side taking turns and they're not going to get any. Look at this, Carnage is just taking... Oh, sorry, I need to hurry up a bit here because I am running low on time, but Carnage is just taking turn after turn because he keeps killing people. Oh, well, I've never done this before. This is amazing. Symbiotes are an absolutely excellent counter. Excellent. Come on, let's kill the last one before the timer runs out. Perfecto. Oh, well, that was brilliant fun. I'm certainly going to be doing that again. So, Carnage gains speed. He gains turn meter on kill. Greg is the little Asgardian minion that Hela summons. He has very little health. Now, when he dies, he replenishes Hela's health. So generally, you're trying to avoid killing him. And I had forgotten that the big part of the symbiote counter to Asgardians there is actually you can kill Greg as much as you like because you're just feeding turns to Carnage and the other symbiotes. That's an absolute corker, and I will be doing that again in the future, no doubt about it. So yeah, see if we can get rid of that other Guardians team, and then we're leaving Medbay quite poorly defended. Right, now I could always use my Guardians team, which is actually slightly stronger than their Guardians team, but I don't like to do use the same team against the same team. Always seems a bit odd. I think I'm going to use my super combo villains team. Magneto, Minerva, Thanos, Juggernaut, who's my other villain? Could be Ultron. I mean, Ultron obviously would absolutely rock it. I use Winter Soldier. Right, this should, It's a bit of an odd combination, I know. It's basically a mop-up of people that I've got left over, but they're quite high-powered. And what I'm going to do is, instead of using Magneto's blind first turn, I'm actually going to use Disrupt to get, so we can forget about Drax's taunt for a little while. Ooh, Thanos has taken some hits there, but that's okay. To be honest, I'd rather they all hit one person straight off, because if he dies, Minerva can just revive him, and then that's basically all their early attacks wasted. Now, the good thing is that Groot has used that cleanse attack that he has, and before I used Magneto's blinds. Although all the blinds seem to be gone already. And Drax's taunt is back up. It's just plain annoying. Oh, that's good. Juggernaut's charge can certainly make the difference. Oh, that's annoying. What's really annoying is I've got blind on Magneto. It's gone now. Oh, we can resurrect Thanos. Here he is. And he can get some health back with that move. Not really doing enough damage here. I have a feeling this isn't going to work. Well, that's annoying. Well, that's just poor. And that's why you shouldn't just shove a team together of any old characters. Should have used Ultron. Okay, going back in and using this team, which is not messing around. Power levels are about the same. But yeah, this team has some absolutely awesome characters on it. I've got Vision in for his ability to strip buffs away. I've got Shuri in, who's going to give us defense up on Spawn. Miss Marvel will be feeding energy to people. Nick Fury generating buffs and then spreading those buffs. Captain Marvel, obviously, just pure damage, which is what I was missing before. Just wasn't doing enough damage. That's going to be different this time around. its ability block Drax to stop him getting his taunt back up. Oh, big slap for everyone. Love the big slap. So that shield operative has a really useful little gun ability there, which removes a buff. So if you don't need to do her heal, it can be very useful to just remove a buff from somebody. Use it to take defense up off Groot there. Okay. This is going to be big. Boom! That was awesome. Oh, here we go. Yeah, well, you can do that, but we've got deflect on it. Oh, actually, you killed Vision. Okay, that was pretty impressive. Always kill Groot last if you can. Because when Groot dies, he gives buffs to the remaining Guardians. So ideally, you want him to be the last one standing. Although, annoyingly, if he resurrects, he will resurrect with the buffs himself. Okay, I've got, guys, you can keep doing this. I've got a whole 2 minutes to get rid of you. I can do this all day. Well, for the next 2 minutes anyway, which you definitely can't. Even with your death proof. Even with everything you've got. Boom, you're down. Oh, no, he's not. He's come back with all his buffs up. But that's okay, because I've still got another clear minute and 45 seconds. Here, eat this. That's right, stay dead this time. Right, feeling much better about that. Should have used that team to start with. It's a very odd thing that you can actually use characters who got a higher level, higher power level, but they're just not as good characters. I mean, though, in many ways, those characters didn't have had as little synergy as the first team that I used, the villains team. There was a couple of people who had synergy with each other. But those characters they're just better characters. Shuri is amazing. You know, just defense up and heals all the time. That's what you need, somebody like that to get you through. And obviously Captain Marvel doing absolutely stellar damage, even though she was much lower power than the Juggernaut and the Magneto and the Thanos that I took in the first time around. Yeah, it's just some characters are just great, and it almost doesn't even matter. Looking at the numbers sometimes is a mistake. It's not the numbers, it's the characters, and that's especially true with the newer characters because they're just phenomenal, often even at quite low power. Okay, so that is probably all I'm able to manage to do for today. Medbay can be easily cleared, I would have said, unless 7 and 8 on the left-hand side there are actually quite strong teams, but I don't think they're going to be. So I'll just pop the old targets on so that the rest of the Alliance know to come and hit the medbay, and hopefully we'll clear that, and that will reveal whatever's underneath barracks there. Hopefully that will be the possibly the bridge or the reactor. If it's bridge and bridge is achievable, then that's 200 points. That could actually turn the tide of the whole war. But we'll have to come back tomorrow morning and see what it's looking like. Okay, thanks a lot, everyone. Before I go, it's probably worth just having a look at my defence victories, because I've ranked up a few here, and it's all mercenaries. I made the mistake in a previous video of saying that my Red Skull team was responsible for all my defence victories. I've since realised that actually it's mercenaries that are doing the heavy lifting in that respect. So yeah, if we looked at my defence record here, we see a lot of it comes from combat cancelled. Here we see a 26.5k Asgardian team. Have a look at my Merc team and decide that they're not going to bother. Possibly that was because they decided they were too powerful and they were going to go and attack somebody else. But then, yeah, unfortunately, my Hydra team gets wiped out by an Asgardian team. It's interesting, though, those two people must be using Asgardians on war attack, which is a terrible idea because Asgardians are absolutely brilliant on war defence. So yes, using them to attack is really pointless. Then my mercs get attacked properly by a Black Order team. That is, it's not full Black Order. It's Black Order with Kingpin in instead of Ebony Maw. But they are 21k, and my mercs team is only 16k rather, and they only managed to kill 2 of them. So that is pretty impressive. That shows you how good mercenaries are, that they survived a punch down from Black Order. Admittedly not the full Black Order, but still. My hand team rather predictably gets wiped out. And my Kree team gets wiped out by Marauders. However, Jill Hastings, I would like to point out that Marauders also would be better on war defence, and you're really missing a trick by using them to attack. But then look at this, another victory for my mercenaries. And the amazing thing about this is there's only 3 of them. So 2 of them were already dead. 3 mercenaries managed to take out a power armor team of basically equivalent numbers. It's absolutely astounding. And then they do it again. They do it again with some kind of weird cosmic team. I don't even know what that team is. It's got Yondu and Captain America and Ronan and Captain Marvel. So yeah, a bit of a weird team, but yeah, beats them as well. Just incredible. So yeah, my Marauders team got taken out, but they got taken out by an absolutely massive Marauder / Brotherhood, because it's got Juggernaut in there. So they weren't messing around. So that's a big team that's had to be pulled out to do that. Once again, I would say Marauders, you should have them on war defense. My defenders got killed by X-Force. That's fair enough. Somebody else decides they don't like the look of my mercenaries, and then my mercenaries finally get beaten. Well, my remaining 3 mercenaries finally beaten by that Brotherhood / Marauders combo. And then, then we're into Jin's defeats. So yeah, that's how my and it's all the teams have gone. The room is lost. It's all over in our armory, sad to say. But yeah, 5 defensive wins if you include the cancelled combats there, which the leaderboard does include them. So that's great. So yeah, I'm pleased about that. That's slowed up the opposition and made them waste a few teams, which is your entire job if you're on defence. Welcome back, everybody. It is the morning after, and as you can see, there is just over half an hour left on this war, and it's very close. We're on 905, they're on 956. Now, obviously, the only way we're going to close that gap is by taking out a room. If we have a little look at the state of play, we'll see the only room we could possibly try and clear is Flight Deck 3. Essentially, what's happened in this war is that we've uncovered the bridge far too late. We found the bridge. It's reasonably well defended, but it's not impossibly defended. That's the fact that Asgardian team is only 240k suggests that the overall defence of that room is probably not that high. But we just didn't have the teams left by the time we found it, which is ironic because it's not too far away from where we keep our bridge. So the issue here was being pulled down that left-hand side, clearing that left-hand side, and then having nowhere to go. But can we pull this back? I've been trying to rally the Alliance in chat, which is difficult because I don't think this is a time of day that many people play. But hopefully somebody will do something. The most important thing at the moment is to clear the Sinister Six team here that's boosted and see what's behind that. Now the question is, do I use my strongest team that I've got left, which is Guardians, or do I save them in case there's something stronger behind? I think save, because I think power armor will be able to handle this. And I've still got Aimtron in a pinch as well. That is a strong Sinister Six team. If I've miscalculated this, then it is not going to be very pretty. Oh, that rhino is huge. That rhino is hideous. I do not like that. Oh, I don't like that at all. I seriously underestimated this team. That might be the whole war gone there. That might be the whole war. That is not good. Not good at all. Okay, so this is bad. Now I'm going to have to go in and clean up my own mess. And I'm going to have to burn a strong team to do it. Have I got anything else I can use? No, nothing else I can reliably use except Guardians. Can't risk anything else. That rhino's too strong. Here we go. See if we can get rid of Vulture. Yep, there he goes. This should do it. That Rhino is going to be the main issue. But even he isn't going to be able to take what's coming to him now. Boom, there we go. But that's a tragic waste of my Guardians team. Can I take this with Brawlers? Oh, I've got such an odd mix of characters left. It's going to have to be... It might have to be Aimtron. Aimtron will work pretty well against Kree. And I know they can do the job. It's a bit of a punch up, but it should be okay. A bit worried about the Captain Marvel. Put all the debuffs on. Unfortunately, Captain Marvel clears the debuffs. Bring in the Ultron drones. Try and get rid of Minerva before she resurrects anybody. Lovely job. See if we can stun Captain Marvel. Nice one. Right, I'm liking this a lot. This was a good call. Aimtron are a great team. Basically just AIM with Ultron shoved in it. It's not a clever name. More drones. Graviton's basic there is more powerful the more debuffs somebody has on them, so it's absolutely smashing. Lovely, and all that's left is one of those little summons. Look at all the Ultrons. Well, that felt good. Felt good to have a good win, good clean win at the end there. What's that? It's a Marauders team, but it's pretty low on 113. But I am done for everything, really. I'm done for energy. I'm done for decent teams to field. Yep, I don't have the energy to do that. Oh, mind you, what if I collect from store? Let's just have a little look. If I look at Blitz supplies, I can get, I know I can only get 75. Oh, it's taking up to 260. This would completely exhaust me. But I might be able to squeeze another attack in. My alliance mate said that he was able to do 2 more attacks. One at 100k and one at 200k. He's really going to want to get those attacks in. Because I'm kind of relying on him. Boom, 1 attack left. Oh, there he goes. He's attacking. I really hope he can do that. Because if he can't, I really hope he used his 200k team to do that. Because if he uses 100k team, he may get his bottom handed to him. Right, what should I do? Oh, interesting. Interesting. That Loki and Sif, what are they going to require to remove them? We're still going to be an attack short. It's kind of a brawlers team. But let's give it some utility by adding Yo-Yo. And am I going to want to remove buffs? Is removing buffs going to be useful? Potentially from Mystique, who is stealing buffs, although I'm not going to give her very many from this team. I don't think I want Hawkeye. I think I get more utility from Black Widow, because the stun could come in handy. Although Hawkeye has blind, doesn't he? He has 14 blind, which is useful, but he doesn't trigger it till quite late on. Okay, it's a good opener for me so far. Strike's looking very low. Who's he going to clone? Oh, he cloned Yo-Yo, did he? Oh, well, that's annoying. That's so annoying. That blooming clone Yo-Yo is just as irritating as actually having a proper Yo-Yo. There we go. Now we can get back to this fight properly. Oh, they are not going to last much longer. Yeah, so it's kind of a weird little team, but it's worked well enough. Doing the business. Lovely. Oh no. Look at that. Boosted 267k Wakandan team. That, wow. There's nothing we can do about that. There is nothing we can do about that. I was worried they might be holding something big in reserve, and they were. Look, that Shuri is almost 65k. That's hideous. I very much doubt anybody has got a team left in the tank that is capable of beating that. That's for sure. We may have to call it a day. Well, I will be back for more wars, because it's quite a fun thing to do on a video, because it's, you know, it's different every time. And yeah, I will see you then. This is Bad Robot signing off.